What is up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel with the grind. Israel, okay, we gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about it. Character abilities. This might be one of the hardest things, or at least the most challenging things to bring to Grand Theft Auto 6. Okay, from at least what we know is the character abilities that we know from Grand Theft Auto 5, from Franklin, Michael, and Trevor. We got Franklin, the ability to drive slow motion at going top speed. We got Michael with the slow motion of Matrix with the shooting, and we got Trevor with the rampage of an OG. The guy is straight up unstoppable. Now, how do they plan to add these abilities online? Because I'm going to be honest, it will be hectic to see everybody out here just being able to slow motion their shots. And I mean, headshots are going to be so easy for already now. If you play online, some people have aim that is insane. But how are they going to add that on online where everybody has the chance to use it? The best way that I can think of is that they actually only add it in missions. Where in missions play, we can access our abilities. And these abilities will be a little bit more so on the techie side, or at least how you would approach a lot of the heists. Because if you really think about how some of the heists is going to be, they're going to end up having a lot more stealthy modes, or if you want to go in brute force mode, and different people are running the mission, that whoever is the leader may only have access to that ability. So that ability will be the strong main piece on some of these heists that they're going to 100% enhance. I mean, we already seen with one of the heists they had off of Fast and Furious, where they're dragging the safe. So that might be a time when using Franklin's ability might come in extremely handy for not letting that safe pop off the chain, or wrapping around of God knows what, or going into missions where you might have to go on rampage style, or take out a certain amount of people in a certain amount of time. I think that would be interesting. There's not too many games that we've seen that were able to online mode, except for driving games, where you're able to add those abilities. Like the only game that I could think of that we had an ability that was online, that was Midnight Club Dub Edition. Like that was the only game that I know that it had the quake, and the other one had like unstoppable brute force, that if it hit you, you were pretty much flying across across that street. But I don't know, man. I think that would be an interesting thing, and unless they went on the cyberpunk way of, someone is more on that techie side, and I think a lot of it will be a lot more on that techie. Kind of a Watch Dogs feeling, where Watch Dogs had the tech feeling, and you have a lot of games that wanted to go ahead and make their way into that Grand Theft Auto type of play, but unfortunately, everybody knows that Grand Theft Auto holds the crown of when it comes to the open world of the theft and Grand Auto. And we just know, we just know that was they're just the top tier of that. And when only time when we have our abilities that we wouldn't really say that are abilities, but the attributes is the ones that we see when it comes to stealth, flying, swimming, and honestly, those are the main ones that we really see that you actually have good. Oh, this loading time is crazy, by the way. But when it comes to the attributes on online mode, the main thing that we see is flying and swimming. And when you swim, you can see it when your person's your breath go down extremely fast, or when you're flying, you see when the flying mechanics, you kind of have a little bit of a shaky way, and that depends on when you start the game. If you start the game, you'll see what I'm talking about. But the attributes goes up so fast you don't even notice at a certain point. And it's crazy that they didn't do anything with the stamina, because when you play the story mode on Grand Theft Auto 5, when you're running with Michael, Franklin, or Trevor, your health actually goes lower. Like, you actually start to die if you run out of stamina, or you feel like you're running for too long. So that definitely for sure is going to be probably in Grand Theft Auto 6 when we try to run for too long, that if we're running away from cops, it's going to be a lot more realistic of, you're getting tired, and like a previous video, that you get fatigued. I don't know, man. Let me know y'all thoughts. What y'all think? Y'all think they're gonna add the abilities? I think they might add the abilities, but it's only gonna be on heists and missions where it doesn't involve too many other players to interact with. I don't know. Don't forget to like, subscribe for more videos, and I'm going to check you on the next video. Peace.